5. Foolproof ways to connect with the universe and get clear answers. Even if you're a skeptic, have you ever felt like the universe is just ignoring you? You've prayed, visualized, meditated, done everything you were supposed to, and still, no answers? What if I told you the problem isn't what you're asking for, but how you're trying to receive it? In this video, we're diving into something most people overlook: the real art of receiving clear answers from the universe, and how you can start noticing those answers, even if you don't fully believe in them yet. I get it. Maybe you're skeptical, and that's completely okay. But I promise, if you stick around until the end, you'll understand exactly how to tap into the universal intelligence in a way you've never tried before. So stay with me, and let's explore 5 powerful ways to align yourself with the universe, no matter how much doubt you're carrying right now. Ready? Let's go. The universe is always responding. Have you ever felt like the universe was trying to tell you something? Maybe it was a strange coincidence, a repeating number, a random encounter, or that sudden chill that had no reason. What if I told you that's not just chance? That there's a living, breathing, invisible intelligence constantly communicating with you? Here's the truth. You're having a conversation with the universe all the time, and it's answering every moment of every day. The problem is, most of us were never taught how to listen. We grow up believing life is random, like we're at the mercy of circumstances. But that's not the whole story. What you feel, think, and believe is shaping your reality. Every emotion you send out is like a signal to the universe, and it replies with experiences. This communication doesn't happen in words. It's subtle. It shows up in vivid dreams, repeating patterns, mind-blowing synchronicities, even a random line on the radio, or something a stranger says in passing. Most people dismiss these signs. They think they're coincidences. But here's the twist. They're not. The universe is speaking. The real question is, are you listening? In this video, you'll discover 5 real, grounded ways to connect with the universe and receive answers that make sense. No fluff. No over-the-top mysticism. Just real awareness, vibrational energy, and personal responsibility. Because yes, the universe hears you. But are you truly sending out what you want? Quantum physics tells us that everything in the universe is energy. That includes you. Your thoughts, your emotions, even your fears. They all vibrate. And the universe, it acts like a mirror. It reflects back whatever you're radiating. That's why certain patterns repeat in your life. The same toxic relationships, the same money struggles, the same stuck feelings. You're vibrating on autopilot and getting more of the same in return. But here's what no one ever told you. You can change that. Communication with the universe begins when you stop talking so much and start listening. Seriously. The signs are everywhere. But you've got to be present, aware, and open. You can't ask for abundance while radiating fear. You can't ask for love while holding on to resentment. The universe responds to your vibration, not your words. Have you noticed how some people seem to manifest things effortlessly? Like life is always working in their favor. That's not luck, it's alignment. They've learned how to tune in to what they want. Meanwhile, others stay stuck in the same loops, wondering why nothing ever changes. The difference? Vibration. And here's the most important part. Once you start recognizing the signs, everything shifts. You stop pushing and start flowing. You stop feeling frustrated and start understanding. Because yes, the universe is responding. Constantly. But it might not show up how you expect. It shows up how you need. Ever asked for a sign and didn't recognize it when it arrived? Gone through something painful, only to realize later it led you somewhere better? Exactly. Life speaks in silence. The universe shouts in whispers. And today, you're going to learn how to hear it. The invisible language of creation. The universe responds to what you feel, not what you say. Have you ever stopped to think that the universe is listening to you, even in complete silence? The truth is, every thought, feeling, and belief you hold sends out a vibration. Like a living antenna, you're constantly broadcasting invisible signals, 24/7, without even realizing it. And here's the surprising part. Those signals are shaping your reality. Many people still believe that attracting what you want means saying the right words, performing elaborate rituals, or following some magical formula. But real connection with the universe doesn't happen through what you say. It happens through what you feel, and that changes everything. The universe doesn't speak in words. It speaks in frequency. And what is frequency? It's your dominant vibrational state, what you feel most strongly, believe most deeply, and repeat most often, whether you're aware of it or not. Your emotional energy, your inner dialogue, even the sensations in your body, all of that forms the signal you're sending out. And the universe? It reflects that signal back to you. If you're vibrating scarcity, you attract more lack. If you're radiating fear, you'll keep finding reasons to be afraid. Not as punishment, but because the universe is a faithful mirror of what you emit. Here's the catch. A lot of people try to trick the universe with positive affirmations or forced smiles. But it doesn't respond to surface-level performance. It picks up on your core energy. You can say, "I'm abundant," 1,000 times, but if your heart is anxious and doubtful, that's the frequency you're really broadcasting. And that's what you'll get back. That's why tools like visualizations, mantras, and prayers only work when they align with your true emotional state. When your words, emotions, and intentions are in sync, your signal becomes clear, and the universe responds accordingly. So ask yourself, what frequency are you broadcasting right now? What do you feel when the noise around you fades? What silent stories are you telling yourself? And could the things you fear most be showing up because that's where your energy is focused? This self-inquiry is powerful, because conscious manifestation begins with vibrational awareness. It starts when you're willing to look inward honestly, when you recognize your patterns and take responsibility for the energy you're sending out. Here's the best part. You can shift your frequency at any time. You can rewire your thoughts, heal emotional wounds, and align your energy with what you truly desire. But first, you need to take that crucial step. Wake up to your own signal. So the question is, are you ready to tune in and change the frequency you're sending to the universe? Tools for cosmic communication. How to speak to the universe and hear it speak back. If everything in the universe is vibrating, then communication with this cosmic intelligence doesn't happen through scattered words. It happens through aligned energy. And the good news is, there are tools, simple but powerful, that act as bridges between your inner world and the universe's frequency. When used with intention, these tools not only raise your vibration, but sharpen your awareness of the subtle signs around you. These 5 tools are prayer, meditation, presence, visualization, and conscious writing. You don't need complex rituals or specific beliefs to use them. They're accessible, real, and deeply transformative, if you use them with authenticity. Let's start with prayer. Contrary to what many believe, prayer isn't about begging. It's about declaring with certainty. The universe doesn't respond to desperation. It responds to conviction. When you pray with gratitude in advance, as if what you want is already in motion, you're not pleading. You're aligning. Prayers rooted in lack reinforce absence, but prayers infused with vibrant faith invite presence, power, and manifestation. If prayer is how you speak to the universe, then meditation is how you learn to listen. And here's the catch. Most people don't know how to truly listen. A noisy, distracted mind blocks out the signals. But when you meditate, you clear the static. Not to silence your thoughts, but to make space. That inner stillness opens doors to intuition, synchronicities, and insights that can't be heard in the noise. Science backs this up. Meditative states activate brain regions tied to creativity, clarity, and expanded awareness. And at the root of it all is presence. Being present means being available to receive. Without presence, prayer becomes repetition. Meditation becomes a routine, and life passes you by unnoticed. But when you're truly in the now, you start catching the little things, a phrase that resonates, a number that repeats, a chill that comes from nowhere. All of it could be a response, if you're aware enough to notice. Then there's visualization. 1. of the most powerful ways to align your vibration with what you desire. Visualization isn't just imagination, it's feeling it as real. And that immediately shifts your frequency. Studies show that athletes who visualize their training activate the same brain circuits as when they actually perform. The brain can't tell the difference between something real and something vividly imagined. If your body responds, your vibration shifts. The more emotion you put into it, the stronger your signal becomes. Finally, there's conscious writing. Writing with intention is like hitting send on a message to the universe. When you write down your desires, your gratitude, or even your deepest doubts, you're turning energy into direction. It gives form to the formless. And as you write, you often uncover parts of yourself that were hidden, because the page listens, without judgment, and the truth has space to surface. But here's an important reminder. None of these practices work if they're used as emotional crutches. The universe doesn't respond to the appearance of effort. It responds to the energy behind it. If you pray from fear, visualize with doubt, meditate to escape pain, or write just hoping for magic, the signal gets scrambled, or nothing happens at all. The key is genuine intention. So, are you ready to turn these tools into living channels of connection, to stop just asking and start aligning with the frequency of the life you want? The art of receiving. Are you truly ready to accept the universe's answers? Have you ever wondered why so many of your requests seem to go unanswered? Why, even after praying, meditating, visualizing, and journaling, the universe still feels silent? The answer might be uncomfortable, but it's also freeing. Most people simply don't know how to receive. Speaking to the universe is powerful, but receiving, really accepting, trusting, and opening yourself to what comes, is a whole different skill, and one that few have truly mastered. Most people are caught between the urge to control everything and the fear of stepping outside their comfort zone. They ask for signs, and when those signs appear, they doubt them. They beg for change, but resist it the moment life veers off script. Here's the truth. The universe doesn't respond to whims. It responds to your frequency, not your commands. It gives you what your soul needs, not just what your mind wants. And often, those answers come in unexpected forms: a delay, a detour, a closed door. But all of it has purpose: to align you with your truest, most authentic self. Can you trust that process? Can you keep your faith even without visible proof? Can you hold a high vibration even when nothing seems to be happening? That's the difference between a passive seeker and a conscious creator. Receiving is an act of surrender. It's trusting the unseen, making room for the new without trying to control the how or the when. It's knowing that behind every obstacle is a deeper alignment at work, cosmic intelligence guiding you to something greater. Synchronicity, as Carl Jung described, isn't coincidence. It's response. It's that book showing up at the perfect moment, a lyric that hits you right in the heart, a stranger saying exactly what you needed to hear. But to notice those moments, you have to be present, aware, and open. The universe's silence isn't rejection, it's preparation. In the quiet, your intuition wakes up, your energy shifts, and when you finally let go of control and trust deeply, the answers begin to flow. And not just any answers, the ones that change your soul. So the real question is, are you truly ready to receive? Final reflections. The universe is responding. Can you hear it? If you've made it this far, take a deep breath. Really. Because even if you haven't fully noticed it yet, something inside you is already beginning to shift. It might not be a loud answer or some mystical revelation, but there's energy rearranging itself within you, a new awareness gently waking up. As you watched, reflected, and connected with each word, a spark was lit. A presence. More awake, more aware. And that alone is already a response. Because communicating with the universe isn't about mastering secret rituals or magical techniques. It's about remembering who you are and living with such authenticity that the world around you naturally begins to mirror that vibration. I remember a night when everything felt stuck. I had done it all, meditation, visualization, prayers, and still, there was only silence. You know that moment when you think, maybe it's just not working? And then, in the stillness, something shifted. It wasn't a voice. It wasn't a magical sign. Just peace. And in the middle of that peace came a message, quiet like a whisper. Trust. That's when I understood. The universe rarely shouts. It speaks softly to those who slow down enough to truly listen. If this message resonated with you, I'd love for you to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below sharing what touched you most. It might seem like a small gesture, but every click you make is a confirmation. It's a new vibration you're sending. Not just to the algorithm, but to the energetic space we're building together here. This isn't about numbers. It's about real connection. And if you made it to the end, it wasn't by chance. This message was meant for you. And if it found you, it's because you're ready for the next step. So shall we keep going together on this journey? Because you're not alone. You never were. The universe is listening. And now, finally, you are too. Until we meet again. And remember, your presence is the clearest sign that something is already changing.